Welcome back to Eye on Politics. Even before we get to the primary runoff in late May, voters across the state will first go to the polls for the municipal elections. Early voting starts tomorrow, Monday, April 20th, and runs through Tuesday, April 28th. Election Day is Saturday, May 2nd. And one of the various issues on the ballot is a bond election in the city of Fort Worth. The bond total is about $845 million, and there are 6 propositions, A through F. They include money for improvements to streets, parks, libraries, affordable housing, police and fire facilities, and animal care and the shelter. We went one-on-one with Mayor Mattie Parker about this and other issues in the city.
I think we've put forward a really great opportunity for voters to consider propositions that are high priority for our residents. We've put, especially talk about our Transportation Public Works referendum, that first proposition, which is the bulk of the money, right at 60%, is important because we understand what high growth infrastructure needs look like in the city. But if I take a step back, the city of Fort Worth is incredibly careful with what we ask voters to consider. We're careful with our debt capacity in the way we let bonds over that 4 or 5 year period. And we will never touch your property tax rate because it's not a great way to fiscally manage a city. Importantly, as an elected official, I'm actually prohibited by state law with telling you, Jack, how you should vote in a bond election. But what I can assure you as the mayor, that our staff has done an excellent job. Our council carefully considered this over about a 1.5-year time period, making sure we felt like that our residents' concerns were voiced, and we made adjustments to that bond election propositions. At a broad level, this is about quality of life, Jack. We're one of the fastest growing large cities in the entire country. All of the great momentum the city of Fort Worth has, you have to be careful with it. You have to really consider growth. And because of that, we put forward a bond election every 4 years that we think really meets the needs of the city.
This is coming at a time where the governor and the lieutenant governor are already talking about next session additional property tax relief. But at the same time, they really want to clamp down on spending by local governments, which they say have been one of the primary drivers of property tax increases. What do you say to that?
Well, I think Texas continues to be really the fastest growing state in the country, and 80% of your individuals that are moving to Texas are moving to Texas cities. But let me take a step back too. When I listen to statewide leaders and our state legislative bodies, both the Senate and the House, I fully understand as a property taxpayer why this conversation is happening. And I know that there's a lot of pressure to reduce property taxes in the state of Texas. But it does take reminding that in Texas, we're a 2-legged stool. You and I have talked about this before. Yep. We have sales taxes, and we have no income tax, and we have property taxes. And the city of Fort Worth, on average, is about one-third of the average tax bill in the city of Fort Worth. Do we need to pay careful attention to how we're spending money? Absolutely. And be excellent fiscal stewards. For instance, that's why you have currently a hiring freeze in the city of Fort Worth. We started to look at revenues and realizing to make it through this budget year, to be really conscientious, to make sure we are in the black, never in the red, right? And we don't go into a deficit. We are incredibly responsible.
A big topic these days, which is data centers.
Right.
Fort Worth is considering this data center, I believe in the southwest part of the city by Black Mountain Energy. The Zoning Commission in Fort Worth just approved it, and Council, I think, is going to take it up in June. Where are you on this?
Well, I think maybe you might love this, deflect to your question, but it's really a statewide conversation right now. I mean, Black Mountain has their current project in Council District 8. We've also had the project most recently that pertained to Ville Ranch. Well, it wasn't a zoning case, it was maybe about tax incentives. But candidly, we think we all need the state to also step in, and you're starting to see their conversations. They just had a state affairs hearing last week that Chairman Ken King led. And I think that's healthy because this is a conversation not just for individual cities to have, but what does the future of economic development look like in the country, and how can Texas continue to be at the forefront? And we know data centers is going to be at the center of that. We understand it, but at the same time, you have to marry that with what is best for our residents. It's about environment. It's about, obviously, impact to your grid. It's water use. And then importantly, who is the end user at the end of this? The Black Mountain case is important because it has brought a lot of interest from people from all over our city. And the common word I hear, maybe people don't say it, but I feel is maybe confusion and concern and just a lack of information about what a data center is. and who are the right end users that we want in Texas that have the best technology, that really are paying attention to be really good stewards. And I don't think we're there yet. So, I'm allowing that process to continue. I have not met with staff after the Zoning Commission hearing, and so I'll wait for that to happen in June.
You're keeping an open mind.
Absolutely, and you should with any potential case.
Coming up, 2 big resignations on Capitol Hill, including Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez, and Dallas County GOP Chairman Allen West resigned amid criticism. Both stories when Eye on Politics on CBS News Texas comes right back.